you're out of it now.
Hi there. This is Becca coming to you from the FCC, and I've got special guest Ashley Moulman-Pasillo and my co-host Susan Clark that you can see on screen. And we are doing the Rocacorba Triple Dash today. Ashley's going to take us to meet some of the racers that are racing in real life in Girona. So Ashley, let's see who we got.
Well, we'll just give Rian a few more minutes. Sports trying to put on her top. She's just in her. It's a really cool addition this year, collaborating with you guys, Warrior Games, to put on this race. We really have great attention, so thanks so much for all you do to push the racing on Zwift and in particular the women. So every year, this time in November, we do a in real life get together of the Rocacorba Collective, which is very much a cycling community using Zwift as our enabling platform. But it's just wonderful at this time of the year to see the members come together in real life after, spending so much time together, encouraging each other, training on Zwift, racing together on Zwift, to have those real life connections. And this afternoon and evening, we have our members actually racing here in real life as well. And the people on camp that aren't racing will be cheering them on. We're waiting for a few who are actually just coming in from an outdoor ride straight onto the indoor trainers to race. So they'll be filling up the other spots soon.
All right. So we will check back in with you in a little bit and see if we can get some of the warm up going. We're just going to introduce the races, and we will just hide you for a second, Ashley. And when you guys have your racers set up, then we'll come back and maybe meet some of them.
Cool. Great.
That would be awesome.
Thank you. All right. Okay. So now we have, I have to figure out how I'm going to show. There we go. Okay. So, as you heard from Ashley, this is Rocacorba Collective's Rocacorba Triple Dash. This is a very exciting time when their riders get to meet in real life in Girona, which is super awesome. And they wanted to do a collaboration with the Warrior Games, which is led by Carla Williams, and she's a race organizer on Zwift. And we talked about what types of races to do. So we decided to do 3 back-to-back races. Susan's going to give us the overview of the races in just a minute. And so we've got the women going off first, and then the mixed racing is going to be in a couple hours. So we're going to cover the 3 women's races, and then we'll put the stream on pause, and then we'll do the mixed racing in a couple hours. And I'll be joined by another special guest from the coalition, actually, which is my race team, who has a bunch of people who are organizers who help with the FCC, which is the FemCycle Collab, and with anything that we ask, because they're awesome. So Susan, can you take us away and talk about the first course?
Yeah. The first course of these little mini races is Castle Crit. And this is a deceiving little course. It's only 5 kilometers long, but it's got a decent amount of elevation in it for that short distance. And so riders will climb up right all the way from the bottom in McCurry up to the top, and they're going to be then going through the finish banner that they will climb through, and then head on down towards the sprint banner and back down what is quite a notable downhill that you may see some riders trying to super tuck and get away. There will be some moves happening there, and then they finish going back up the original climb that they climb in McCurry up to the finish banner. And it's not always decided on the climb. If somebody can hang on for the climb, sometimes the sprinters can really put it down towards the finish banner. So this is a fun little course.
Yeah. And we are going to have a mass start. So mass starts seem to be controversial. I mean, some people love them, some people hate them, right? Some people think that it allows the racers that wouldn't necessarily be able to be in the front pack to stay with the front pack because there's a lot more of a pack draft. But on the other hand, it allows racers in small pens to be able to see each other. For instance, we all know that the A women tend to have a small pen size. So it's nice for them to be able to see people. And a lot of Bs can keep up with As for a short race. So today we've got 3 fairly short races. So we should see some mixing of some As and some Bs.
Yep, I agree with you, Becca. What's nice about the mass pen is that people can challenge themselves. Some riders can hang on for quite significant time. And especially when you start at that main Yosemite start pen and you start climbing up the main climb, we will probably on the first lap see a lot of the B and C riders hanging on to the front if the A's don't take off right away. So
yeah, and the woman that you saw starting, just logging in there, Rhiannon Denton, is quite a good example of an A racer that could probably stay with mixed men, but is like a very strong A racer, and she's lightweight. So a lot of lightweight A's. And they would have a hard time if someone attacked with big watts. Like if we had a Jackie Gotti join, somebody who, could hit 500 watts pretty comfortably for a couple minutes. That's really hard to stay with when you're 20 kilos lighter and just as powerful, but don't have that gravitas.
Yeah. Especially on that downhill, Becca. There's some good moves to be made on that downhill. It'll be exciting today to watch.
Yeah. We do already have a lot of women in the pen. So I'm going to load the Zwift screen, and we don't have to stay on it, but I'll load it as an added screen so that if we don't get to meet the riders right now, maybe we can meet them in between the races. As Ashley said, they were coming in from an outside ride, and I cannot imagine doing this start right after riding outside. This seems like a very painful way to start.
And so we have power-ups in play today. And so the riders are going to get 2 power-ups in this tiny little mini race, right? One when they cross the banner at the Castle King of the Mountain, and then at the Village Sprint, right?
No, we're actually going to get 1 power-up.
We just we just get 1 at the start, the feather. Yeah.
This was an added element of strategery, right? So when we decided what we wanted to do for the races, a lot of the elite races used to do that, where when elite racing was a thing on Zwift, the 1 power-up really makes you think about what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, are you going to use that power-up defensively or offensively? So the feather is a great one because it's 30 seconds worth of making you lighter, and you can save it for the sprint, but more than likely you wouldn't. You would use it on the uphill. Thank you. And interestingly,
and we have all sorts of neat people attending today. Tiffany Penner is here. Jen Mraz is here. Some of the Roca riders, Rhiannon Denton, Claire is here as well. In the A pen, in the B pen.
Yeah. And we've got some coalition riders, which obviously we're not biased at all, but we're biased.
Not at all. Ida Friedholm is here from Synergy. And looks like Brody is here, one of our helpers with the Femme Cycle collab. Josie Smolder is here. Sydney from Coalition. I'm just giving a few shout outs here.
Yeah, I mean, I actually see a number of coalition riders and also FCC riders. So the Femme Cycle collab is a collection of women from different teams that have a platform to chat about everything from performance verification to best practices with race organization. And
Level, AEO, ATP, Synergy, Swedish Swifters, Coalition. We've got lots and lots of clubs here represented.
Yeah.
ESRT.
I love it. I love to see so many teams racing. This is,
Yeah.
I'm sure this is a bit of a shock to the system, to those poor women who just were climbing in Girona, and now they're like, oh no, this is gonna be horrible.
Yeah. And a shout out to the D-Pen. We have a lot of riders that are experienced that are racing today, but there are some new riders here from a variety of different places in the world. So welcome to you guys. Hopefully you get to see yourselves on the stream.
And what I do, one of the things that I like about Mass Start is when you're doing commentary and you're someone like me who is not experienced at it and not a professional, it's really hard to switch between races, right? So when you're watching multiple people that have started at different times, you don't know where they are on the course and you feel like you're missing something, right? Like, what did you miss? And with a Mass Start, you see all of them. So you see everybody that's racing, and they went with choosing specific jerseys for each pen today. So the A pen is wearing the Rocacorba Collective jersey. The B pen is wearing the FemCycle Collab jersey. The C pen, I think, is wearing the Zwift this jersey, which I don't know what that's called. And then let's find a D rider. Oh, I don't know. I don't see a fourth. I don't see a fourth jersey in here. I know there is a fourth jersey though. Ooh, that's an awkward shot.
I love it.
Okay, so I just see 3 in here, but actually it looks like there's 2 pens.
Yeah, I was going to say we might be starting with the second pen here. Carla, our own Carla, is registered today.
Whoop.
Carla, who is leader of the Warrior Games and helps with FemCycle Collab. So, and Vanette is here as well. She also volunteers, and I think Sonia's here too. So some of the volunteers that help with FemCycle Collab.
Some of our nearest and dearest that we love.
Yeah, members from all different clubs coming together to help make racing better for women.
Yeah. And having big women's races, just, there's nothing like it, right? It makes me so happy.
Full experience.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to get the racers racing right now because we only have 4 minutes to go and they're likely.
Maybe they're warming up still.
Yeah.
So for those people who are watching later, if you're watching yourself on the stream and you haven't connected with a team yet, reach out. You can find us, the FemCycle Collab, off of the Zwift Insider website in the women's section. There's also a listing in that women's section of teams, so you can do some reading about them. We'd love to have you join a team.
Yeah. I mean, the team racing element is just amazing. I think it is so much better than individual racing. And I don't say that just because I personally am motivated by it, which I am, because I feel like when you race for yourself, every moment that you're pushing yourself is you, right? Like if you don't push, the only person that suffers is you. And I'm not great at that. Like, I don't think I'm not good at TTs. I'm not motivated in that way. But when you're racing for your team, if you ease, then the whole team might be let down. And that to me is super motivating. And it allows you also to cheer your teammates. So everybody around you gets to see you pushing for them, which I think is a team bonding thing. And
well, yeah, and we might see some team tactics today, Becca, because even last night I was in an event and I was the lead out person for our sprinter. And so I was the one helping to make sure somebody else could get through the sprint segment faster. So today we may be seeing some team members assisting each other or friends helping each other out there. What
I
will
hope so.
Roca do today?
We are watching kind of surreptitiously. We're watching Rianne warm up. So go, Rianne.
Good luck, girls.
All right. So I'm going to keep all 3 cameras up for this first race, and we'll see if there's any issue with it, but I think it should be fine. I'm really hoping that we can see all the action. So like Susan said, as we exit the gate here, there is a really harsh moment in your race, which is hitting 10% for 50 meters. And it almost stops you right after you get up to momentum. You build up to speed, and then you hit this kind of wall, and it's very short, but I imagine we're going to see a lot of clumping together, and then those that can push through and build their speed back up quickly are going to speed away from the pack. So
yeah,
we shall see.
Right, Becca. The starts are fast and furious in Zwift. Here we go.
All right. You see a lot of fire socks going off too. So I'm going to use the drone shot to maybe get all of.
Oh, look at that.
Wow,
nice
look at this long line
there.
And you see the pen coming behind as well. So you see a big long line. And if I go back.
Yeah, and these gals can get draft. So if you're watching for the first time and you haven't been riding on Zwift, draft is in play. You can definitely feel a break behind people. Oh, here it comes.
Wow.
Which pen is this?
This
might be the A's.
No.
Or the
Rianne was wearing the Rocacorba jersey, and the Rocacorba jersey is the A jersey.
Nice.
So there's Vanette. There's one of our organizers on the FCC. So you see, they're already super strung out. This is an amazing field of 78 women. So this goes Celine. Give her.
Okay. And
there's Carla.
Excellent work. We got Val Ramirez in here today too, Becca. We know her. She's done a lot of racing. There's Rianne near the front.
Yep. And here's Carla. Go, Carla.
Good job.
All right. So you already see a big split too.
Holy smokes. Yes.
Yeah.
The B's and A's have taken off. I'm looking at Zwift Power Live here as well, just to get an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, so this is only a 5.2 kilometer race. So this split is going to make these women a bit slower. Hopefully they can continue to push through this climb. As I mentioned, that first little bit was super hard. So
yeah, and we're watching Rianne. She is all out up top, out of the saddle there in the bottom corner of our feed.
Oh yeah,
and
she's
you can
probably
see the profile of the course at the top of the Zwift screenshot that we're showing. Great work, gal. Oh, and she's got looks like she's got someone she's pacing with here. That's nice. Excellent. And they are looking to catch Anderson and Penner.
And that's Sarah Bishop. So
nice.
Excellent. Is it Olim?
Looks like there's a couple of gals together.
And Val Ramirez.
Val's in there. Good job, Val.
And you see your first B riders in here too, actually.
Yeah, and can we head back a little further back in the pack just to see some of the other gals? They love to see themselves on the feed later when they watch.
Yeah, so here we've got some B's and C's collected.
Fantastic. Tina Stark there we were looking at.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Carol Granville.
Yep. Angie Nell, she's a great BL13 rider. Nice. She's in South Africa.
Oh, we've got a couple coalition riders there, mixed in with some synergy, looks like.
Ooh, and this is, I think, the C pen.
Rachel Bontrager. Yep, there we go.
So they must have been in their own pen just because they were such a big pen.
Yeah, and Carla's right in there. I can see her. And a little further back, Tracy Steger.
Here's Jill
Jill,
Sargentson.
shout out to Jill there. And Maggie Lowe.
Here's Celine.
Fantastic.
Right,
We're
so
into the deep end. Yeah. Good
we do
job,
have a
Celine.
significant gap between the front riders, which you can see in the mini map on the top right. You can see the A's are just about turning the corner to head towards the sprint. And that's going to be a spicy bit of the race too. So we're going to hopefully see multiple people, multiple categories hit that downhill, and wondering if we're going to see any good attacks. So let's go back to the front and see what we've got.
Yes, because they will be close to the sprint banner here, which means we're going to get to see some downhill action. Riders are starting to collect into a little bit bigger pack.
And you see 3 riders off the front, 5 seconds. That's significant, but not insurmountable. And there's a big group here. So if that big group is able to roll fast down that hill, they definitely be able to catch them.
And 3 races, right? So riders have to measure their efforts because they're going to be doing this 3 different times with a small break in between.
Yeah, you can see Rianne climbing out of the saddle. She's clearly going for it for that front group.
She's really putting a push in here.
I haven't seen most people use their power up, so I have a feeling most are planning to use it on the second downhill.
Yep.
If I was Rianne, I would go right through this group right here.
That's right, Rianne.
Go, Rianne. Go, go, go. Attack, attack, attack.
Yeah.
There she goes.
Good job.
And she gave them very little opportunity to hop on. So let's see if
exciting.
Let's see if
and on the
maybe
if you
in her draft, I don't know if she got separation.
Haven't seen it before. If you look on the right-hand side of the Zwift screen, you can see the efforts that the riders are putting out in their watts per kilogram. And you can see the distances to each rider. She made that gap, and her group did not go with her. Wow.
Yeah, she bridged, but I was hopeful that she would get separation even on this front group, but I think they were able to jump in her draft.
Yeah,
and that is the thing.
Significant would be that it's possible the other Roca team members were holding back to allow her to make that jump, or it's possible that the group just didn't catch that she was going for it. So,
but you can see the group behind is closing. They were down to 3 seconds here once this updates all the turns in Zwift. So you can see. Come on, let us see it.
And we're going into this uphill. This is quite an exciting part of the course here. And if you want to go back one group, I guess we can see if they, here comes some of the feathers on a decision that people are making when to use their feather. That gives them a little bit of making them lighter, essentially. And so it's very helpful on the climbs. It's very helpful in a sprint.
And this is a very short climb, but it is significant enough that you have to choose when you're going to use your feather.
Yeah.
Go, Rianne.
Want to head to the front, see who is at the front there, which of the gals has taken off. Woo, Lennox. Nope. Penner. Tiffany. Yes, she's got a second on the group. She went off early. And that we'll see whether those gals can reel her in, but that might benefit her.
Yeah, that is a big enough gap that even with a sprint, that would be tough to follow.
That's a good attack. And very good attack.
Hopefully she hasn't gassed herself out. That is the problem with these mini races. You get so excited about it that
she's through the banner. So that's our first place.
Yep. And I'm going to actually try to go back and see.
Melissa. Perfect. Head back.
You got some.
Tina finishing. Jamie from Coalition. Good job.
Woo!
Tiffany Penner.
Oh, so this is the first group that I see in the Watch the Femmes group.
Fantastic.
And you see everybody using their power-ups. So pretty much everybody chose to use their power-ups on this hill, which is an understandable choice in this group.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see Annaline.
Good job to everybody. Yeah.
Angie. There's Vanette.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of people are
in there.
Easing on these downhills, and it's very natural to ease on a downhill, especially if you've been riding outside a lot. But when you ease on a downhill in such a short course, I feel like you're giving up your points, right? So
Yeah, and we can watch the last finish of some of the D's and C's here. Great job, gals.
Yeah. And then after this,
Erin
we'll go back.
DeBoer, one of the founders and volunteers of OWL, who helps support older women in Lycra.
Old women in Lycra, right?
Oh, I can't remember if it's older. Jean Weaver's in there from Coalition. Gabriella Lindholm from the Swedish Swifters.
What I love to see in here is you can see all these dots on the top right. These are all the people that I'm following. And so you see so many awesome women riding together.
Great job, gals. Finish hard. And so for the Anu Resan. Yeah, absolutely.
This is a great push by Festus. They're pushing all the way through.
And some of these gals, you can really see their efforts on the hills. This is where they've kind of been saving their watts.
Yeah. And this is going to be a tight turnaround for some of these women that are finishing now, which is the problem with the minis. You want to give enough space in between the races that everybody gets a rest, but on the same time, you don't want the people finishing first to be cold. So
yes, they're going to have a short 4-minute break here. Some of these gals, maybe 3-minute breaks. So
yeah. So this was great. We see a lot of awesomeness. And I feel like this is the 69th rider of 78. So most of the riders are coming into the final moments. This is Sam Smith. So I wonder if she's in real life right now in Girona, because if so, I'm sure she's feeling that outdoor ride just about now. So we'll watch her as I'm going to go.
And we can talk about the next race.
Yeah.
Glasgow Crit Circuit. And this course was created to host the finish of the 2023 UCI World Championships. It's one of the newer courses on Zwift, although we've had maybe a year and a half with it, I think, 2 years now. And so it's a reverse of the Glasgow Crit course that people love so much. And the reverse was added maybe a half year or a year later than the original direction. It's a punchy little course, Becca. It's got a bit of a lead in, and then it's quite punchy.
Yeah. This way is a little less predictable, I think, because everybody knows how to attack that Clyde kicker.
That's right.
The reverse way is a bit more of a question mark for, I think, a lot of riders.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of, I think there's a lot of chances for people to either go out early on the main climb or save themselves for the second part of it. The downhill's significant, and often groups collect with each other. So that's something to, even if somebody gets away, there is room, there's space for other riders to collect. A punchy little finish.
Yeah. So we see Sam coming in and Lennox behind her, just 14 seconds. So we'll watch this and then we'll go over to the next course. I have to load. This is one of the other things about fan viewing. You have to load the courses that are not obvious. So I'm going to have to exit and then go and watch somebody else. So I have to exit this beautiful Macquarie course and go in and watch another course. So just excuse me while I move. This is the...
And I'm not sure if Ashley's listening, but if she is, she can come on and give us a little bit of a heads up. Who's on bikes?
It's Rianne.
Oh, hi, Rianne. Good job.
So we've got Caroline here, Gemma, we've got Helen over there, Joe and Sam.
Great job.
Racing.
Good job, Sam. We got your finish. Great attack, Rianne. Did you hear us yelling at you saying, go, go, go?
Go over the top, so I did.
Yes, I was hoping you would keep flowing.
Good work.
But I was like, oh, I can't go all the way. Yeah, so we're all ready for race 2.
All right.
I'll try and put it on Caroline this time.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'll get someone to walk you around.
All right. Yeah, let's see it. I'm going to put you guys up.
I'll take us off mute and we'll get going.
Yeah, because you guys get started in about 30 seconds here.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. See you in a bit.
Good luck.
All right. Good luck.
Bye.
All right. Let's see if they're going to walk around while we race, or they're just going to show us all the riders.
And I'm going to try to find. Oh, good job, everybody. Yeah, it's a nice little setup they've got there.
Yeah, all in the same room. I love that.
Fantastic. And we've lost your audio, but we can see. Yeah, this is a really nice setup.
I love the in real life component to it. So
it's neat to collect some friends together and ride together. We've got the race starting. You could take a look on the Zwift feed here. Nice punchy start again. Although I have learned from the minis, Becca, that by race 3, the starts aren't quite so emphatic unless you get somebody who didn't do races 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's always a tricky thing.
They can be a shark showing up because there's nothing prohibiting people from coming in on race 2 or 3.
I do have to admit that that is a bit of a shot to the heart when you see someone new in the pen in the 3rd race and you're like, oh man, you're going to kick my butt.
Nothing but good times. Hello. Yeah, good job.
So I would expect that this course, you're going to see a lot more of one group because that first course, you had that hill immediately out of the pen where everybody was strung out immediately.
Yeah.
But here it's pretty flat. And this first group is, I mean, it looks like 30 women.
Yeah.
Oh, Vanette's in there too. Go Vanette.
Good job. Yeah, this I did this one of the minis that we had a couple months ago, and we had the D pen and the E pen with us for quite some time on the start, which I thought that's a nice experience for people.
Oh, absolutely. I do wonder if they started from 2 different pens because you do see a 7-8 second separation.
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
Makes it kind of fun when the A's are chasing down everybody.
But these are the A's. So I don't know.
This is the A's. So there may be a natural separation, but we've got some D's mixed in with some of the B's here and the A's.
And so this, we didn't mention, but this race, everybody gets 1 power up as well. And this race, they get an aero helmet, which makes you more aerodynamic for 15 seconds. So,
and you can see somebody using that to close the gap there. They want to make that break to the front group.
And they may have thought that they're going to get another one at the banner because they did use it at the banner.
Yes. It's always good to read the notes.
Yeah.
And so what's interesting, even though we've got a mass start, remember everybody is competing against their own category. So even though you've got some gals mixed in with each other, they will be ranked according to their categories, provided they don't exceed the category limits.
And I know that a lot of women like to wear their team jersey, and I'm a big fan of the purple and pink, but I do actually like with the mass starts having an assigned jersey because I like to see who my competition is.
I'm a big fan of knowing who's in my category. It's helpful. Yeah.
So
and most women have indicated that when we've polled them before that they so here's the beginning of the significant climb. And we've got 2 laps of this course today. So we're going to see this climb again.
So it's just over 8 kilometers for this race. So
yeah,
it's a good bit of, it's a lumpy bumpy, but if you know how to use momentum and you don't waste energy, it's a good distance. The
profile of that climb keeps showing up at the top there. And so we've got like a significant climb into it. And then a bit of a break with some rollers. Becca, when you do this climb, what's your move? What do you like?
I'm a big momentum user. So if I am doing a roller, I like to come into it essentially where Jamie is right now. So I have a lot of draft. And so when I hit a hill like this, I'll just jam on it 6 to 7 watts a kilo. Not a super sprint, but like enough to push through, just like Jamie's doing. And then I kind of ease as I hit the downhill and let people flow over me and then use them again. So what about you?
Yeah. Yeah. I think we ride fairly similar, except my watts are smaller than yours. Yeah.
Not that much smaller. A little bit smaller.
But yeah, that is, especially in the rollers, that's something that I really utilize a lot. And outside, that's how I ride.
Yeah. I think that is, it's natural outside because you really feel it, right? So it's a little harder in Zwift when you don't necessarily feel it. Yeah. So we see this is the second big group. That first group has 30 in it and it's kind of got a tail now. And then this second group is just about 20 long. So a nice big group of women. You see them all strung out here. Look at that.
And we can see on the Roca feed, we've got some, they're moving around showing the girls racing. So hello, good job, everybody.
Yeah, pumping those legs.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is great. This is all the women in the same pen. So this is maybe the C's.
It's looking to be a pretty strong C group here. That's all put together right now around that 34th. Isabel Groupel, Rachel Bontrager's in there. A lot of synergy in one group. Carolyn from Roca is in there. She's in that group. Josephine Halbus is in there as well from quite a few Swedish Swifters in that group.
That's excellent. And
then further down, we've got a mix of C's and D's, a nice D group that's formed together.
It looks like Annaline's trying to bridge, and hopefully she's going to make it. Push, 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 Annaline.
Good work. Come on.
This is like the spot I hate to be in.
Power up if you got it on the downhill.
Yeah, between two groups, I don't like being in this spot. She doesn't want to wait for the group behind her, but that group in front of her.
I think she's going to do it.
Come on, Annaline, you got to push now.
Good work. We got Liz in that group in front of her.
This is a nice big group.
And Angie's in there. Oh, some coalition riders together in that group. So nice. Yeah. Great job.
Yeah. Let's see. So
Anna's
this group
in there. A couple of Swedish Swifters, some synergy level. Herd. Got like some herd 25. In the house. Good job. Moo. Herd. I ride their group rides and they're always mooing. Yeah.
Yeah. They got all sorts of animal noises. I
love it. I love it. It's so great.
All right. So you see this front group's only 11 seconds away. So that second group is about 20 riders. And this first group is still, let's see, it's still
all tight. Like we were saying, Becca, this is the kind of course where a lot of riders will stick together.
Yeah. Maybe
they'll break apart on this climb. Let's take a look as they hit this, getting into up to 8%, I think, 7%.
Yeah, this is one of those tricky ones because right around this corner, it actually kicks up a little bit. You think of corners as being more level, but you'll hit 8% like right here. Yeah, for just a minute.
Flip up.
Yeah. So you do see some of those A riders.
Oh, we're gonna see some
coming off the front here.
Yeah.
But
the B's are right in there. The B's are right in there with the A's. This is really, and we see that on some of the minis. So every Sunday we have mini races going on. And it's really fun. It's a great way to get in and ride with some women, maybe meet some people from other teams to learn whether or not you want to join a team. Gals from Roca are giving her. We can see on their video, they've moved around to a few other folks there.
Yeah, I'm
gonna
go back
right out of the saddle. Yeah, nice job.
So the avatar comes out of the saddle when you hit 65 RPM, right? That's what it is?
I think that's what it is, or a certain percentage maybe of your power. I
I think that's the sprinting. Once you hit the, let's see. So this is all still together. I'm super surprised, but I think they're going to stay together to the finish at this point. I'm going to go back and see who else we can see.
There's a little climb just before the finish. So some people may be saving their arrow for, and this course is interesting. You could use your arrow into the little downhill. You could save your arrow for the actual sprint finish. You could use your arrow. There's a few places. Yeah. Oh, we're watching Carla here. Great job. Nice power. Good work, gals.
Just trying to hang on to this group, which is.
Yeah. Angie's caught up. Her group is all together here. They're forming a super group.
Oof.
Good job.
There's Sam.
Nice
She's coming in 4.4.
Good. Nice steady pacing. Good job.
All right. So we're going to watch the front group finish.
Oh, see, somebody's got their arrow.
That's Rianne.
Yeah.
She went for an early move.
Nice job.
But she's got to keep it going.
There goes a teammate.
She might be going for one of those two-part sprints.
Oh, shoot. Wow.
Yeah,
good job, Tiffany.
That's a tough one.
Nice watts. Oh.
And she's got separation, but look at that group coming in behind her. Ooh, to the inside line.
Coming in
behind. She's going to catch her. No, give her the line.
Whoa.
Oh, man. What a move.
Wow.
That was a really nice move.
Pavlich making a move there.
But she was a different category.
That's right. 2 categories, but it's still satisfying. Oh,
yeah,
man,
that was
it's
good.
So satisfying to just sprint by somebody at the finish. That's really exciting.
Looks like a lot of people finished all together. I have to go back and get. All right.
Great job.
So coming into the finish, this is,
Carla's
Carla's just using her power up. So you see most women saved it for right around this corner for that.
Carla's going, she's making a move to catch up to that group. Will she do it?
Go, Carla, go.
Good job, Carla.
It's going to kick up a little bit here and finish on the uphill. Come on, Carla.
Oh, good job. She's making the move on her.
Oh, yeah, look at that power.
And I think she's going to do it. I think it's going to hold.
Nice.
So she went early, and that really helped her. That was great.
Yeah.
Annaline, we're watching her come into the finish here.
It looks like she didn't. She was trying to catch that group for the whole lap. So
yeah, that's tough. Hey,
that's super tough.
Let's see what Annaline does here and her group members. She's got about four people in her group, and someone's using that arrow. Oh, there we go. Whoa, what?
Oh, I think Annaline maybe didn't have the legs for that.
Some really good watts there.
Yeah.
Jean, I'm watching Jean here in the group. Good job. And she's with Strogan Festus, yeah. And Helen Bridgman.
She's got to go around this corner.
Here we go.
Come on, Jean. Now's the time.
Jean likes sprinting.
Oh, there you go.
She can do it.
There we go. Come on.
Come on. Yeah. Good work. I think she got it. Yeah. Good job.
That was close.
Boy, those are tough. And Helen put a really good effort in there. Good job, Roca. We're watching Roca today in case you're wondering who's in the corner.
Yes.
And looks like we still have a few gals just finishing up here. And really good job to everybody. And we got another race, Becca.
We got one more race. I got to load New York. Hold on. This is another of the
7 minutes. Oh, I rode this the other day. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Out of the saddle, Tori. Whoop.
Yeah, good work.
No one's getting her. I love watching those meters behind you to see how quickly they're changing. So
yeah, you can see as riders are catching up. Yeah. Becca, explain that to people.
So when you're riding, if somebody is behind you, you'll see on the bottom of your screen, you'll see, you see Lennox here, 28 meters. And as it gets closer, you'll see that number go down. So if it's going down fast, you're screwed. So if it's going, 40, 35, 30, then you get a little bit like, oh crap, they're coming in too fast. but if you see someone not closing that gap, you really work it. You really try to make sure that you can maintain that gap. So you're going the same speed if that gap's not changing.
Yes, exactly. And if we look, Sam is trying to stay ahead of the rider that is trying to close to her. We've got a race to the finish
she's
here.
She's going to do it. Lennox is not matching her watts per kilo, so I think she's got it. Come on, Sam.
Good work. Good
all the way through the finish. Look at her standing up. I think we're watching Sam. Go, Sam. Go, 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 go.
I think that's Sarah.
3 more seconds.
Great work, everybody. Really great job pushing right to the finish for everybody.
I'm sorry, Lennox. We also love you.
We do, absolutely. We're excited for everybody, but we did have Sam on the video. So we want Sam to, we were watching her put that effort out. It was exciting to watch both riders.
I love to watch women of all levels. It doesn't really matter to me
Well, the thing is, the levels is such a funny thing on Zwift, isn't it? It's and we have riders from all walks of life. We have riders who've had an entire racing career and they've come back inside to do some racing inside, and they're in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. So we've got quite a variety. We've got brand new people who are starting, who've never been involved in racing before, folks that come from rowing like yourself, Becca, or from other sports, and they decide that they want to pick up some indoor racing, or maybe they've started to pick up some cycling outside and then they come back inside for the winter. So yeah, absolutely. Got a pen that we're viewing. And Roca, how did it go, everybody?
Oh.
Hey,
how'd that go?
Yeah, I think everyone's half dead. Perfect. So successful.
You really softened up the legs there by going for an outdoor ride first.
Oh gosh, yeah, we did 80K as well. It wasn't an easy ride.
Moves.
Everyone's pretty knackered.
I can imagine. How many pastries did you have? How many coffees did you stop for?
Sorry?
Did you stop for any coffees?
Yes, at the Fabrica in Drona. So very nice.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you had a stop.
I've got my fan on. Sorry.
The typhoon.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we do have.
I'll put it back here for the final race.
Rianne, could Sam hear us cheering for her?
Sorry?
Could Sam hear us cheering for her? We were excited.
She's over there.
Woo-woo.
Sam, wave.
Good job, Sam. Good work.
All right. Okay, so we do have 9 minutes before the next race.
Ooh, I can tell you about the course.
3 minutes.
We have 3 minutes? 8:05?
Yeah, 4 minutes. 4 minutes. 3 or 4. Yeah.
Oh, I thought we had more. Never mind. No time to go.
Thanks, Rianne. We'll talk in a bit.
All right. Good luck, Rianne. We liked your attack. We like to watch the attack.
Very good.
All right.
Make it exciting. Okay, so we're headed to New York, and we're headed to a course that not everybody has ridden before. So this is one of the newest courses, the double span spin. And it has quite a long lead in, and we're going to get to see the finish of the race as they cross through it, just like we did in a couple of the races today. So we're going to cross through the Manhattan Sprint, and that is our finish. And that's the start of the official lap and the finish. And then we climb up the Brooklyn, I can't remember is it the Brooklyn Bridge? Yeah, it's the Brooklyn Bridge. So we're going over the roads that cross the Manhattan and the Brooklyn Bridge. This is really neat, this expansion. Becca, have you ridden the expansions yet in New York?
I've done a couple of them, but I have mostly done them while I'm de-essing other people. And so it's not very helpful.
Okay. So I did a group ride the other day. James from Zwift has a group ride. And it's a banded ride. And every time we crossed through the bridge, everybody was drinking some water. They were saying drink because there were a lot of bridges that we were crossing through. So it's neat. That climb, the Prospect Park climb, it's not super easy. Like it's long and draggy. So it'll be interesting to see if everybody stays together on that. Whereas the Manhattan feels a little more punchy.
Are you talking about this one right here? Is this
the Prospect?
This is the double span spin, but I think
I'm talking about the one that's in red there, the actual KOM has.
Oh yeah, that's the Brooklyn
It's
Bridge.
quite draggy and it's deceptive. You think it looks flat. It's again another one of those that looks flat, but it's a long draggy climb. So we're doing one lap of this, but it has a long lead in, so it feels like a lap and a half.
Yeah, so 12.6 kilometers. I mean, if you're doing 40 kilometers an hour on average, it takes you a minute and a half to do a kilometer. So 40 kilometers an hour, when you say 12.6 kilometers, that means it'll be 18 to 19 minutes. So, and that's for your fastest group. So yeah, it's not a short race. These are short races, but they're not tiny races, right?
Yeah. And most of the minis get progressively longer through like race 1, 2, and 3, which is neat dynamic. We're getting more tired. The length is getting longer. The starts, and we've got the start here, is not quite as dynamic as the start of the first one. And yeah. I think people's, just to describe it, your legs kind of feel like lead and you're not quite sure you want to start again, especially if you have gone really hard in laps in the first race or second one.
Absolutely.
We got a good start here. Now, Becca, do we have pens that have started separately again? And if so, maybe we want to just take a quick peek. This looks like some A's and B's.
We all started together in separate pens, but the pens are immediately adjacent in this case. So, oh no! So I think somebody accidentally used their power up.
Oh shoot!
Let's see. So this is 44th. It's Annalene, and I think everybody is together on this one. So
Angie, go Angie! Come on, girl. So maybe that C pen might have been a surprise to people. I'm not sure. Sometimes, yeah, it's just how you get started off the go there. There's Hannah.
Hannah looked like she was trying to turn. She's like, no, I want to go for coffee, my favorite shop. Whoa. What happened to Hannah?
It can be so many things. She's in front of her group. She's on the move there. Yeah.
This is like a glitch in Matrix right here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go, oh, see? It was just Hannah. I hope Hannah can see other people.
Could be. Yeah. Sometimes if riders are having some connection problems, they disappear. They can see the road. They can't see other people for a few seconds. So we might have been viewing that.
I see at least 3 of the jerseys in here. So I see all 4. So
nice. And that's a good point, Becca. In some of the worlds, the pens are relatively close to each other. And in some of the worlds, the pens are quite a distance. And that can make a big difference whether or not the groups actually merge with each other or if they're separated by time.
You definitely saw that in the McCrory in the Castle Crit. So one thing I haven't figured out in this New York course is they've got the ramp, like the speed accelerator up. And I don't understand it so well now, like how your power impacts that. And I don't know how to game it yet. Have you tried it?
I've ridden a few of these courses and it's like you're getting assistance. And you can see it going up beside the riders there. There's like a little bit of an assistance on it. I think coming in with some speed is still very beneficial, but it's near the top where if you've put any effort in, you're flying over the top because it like sends you right up over almost like a tiny little boost.
So it's not
when you ride with James's group ride, he has a boost power up that nobody else can see in the whole world that you get to play with. And it's 1 or 2 seconds of something like that little, it's like the escalator. It's really neat.
Rally carring it.
kind of.
Yep.
It's really fun. But let's see what the riders do when they go through this, because this is new to us. And like you say, Becca, the first time I went through it, I thought, what am I? Because it almost feels like you're being pushed a little bit. You're being assisted a little bit up it, I think.
Like a hand on your back.
Almost, yeah. Which I've been in road events where somebody does have a hand on my back because I'm getting dropped. And so it feels quite nice outside having somebody just push you along a little bit. We're seeing Rocacorba in the corner there in case you're new to the feed. We're watching riders live who are in this race. We got a nice long group here.
Oh, Sam's in with a group now. Sam, get out of the wind.
Good job. Draft,
Get out of the wind.
Draft. We paid those girls lots of extra money to be drafting you. Yeah.
So you do see onesie twosies here, but there's a big group at the back.
Yeah, a little bit of a drop off. In the middle of this, I'm not sure if it's shut off for the event, but when I was doing the rides for the Unlocked for Zwift, you get a power test in the middle of it. A couple of seconds.
I did see that. And it was a bit hard because I was doing a zone 2 ride and I was like, but
my power's so low.
Anyway.
Yeah, you can see it. And I can't find the start and the finish of it. So eventually I'll figure it out. But yeah, people are, look at the watts there.
I know.
Results. Anyway, way to go, gals. Pretty exciting. Now that may be, wow.
This is one of the first, one of the only
forever.
TFC women riders that I've seen.
Yeah.
Let's give her
We got some C's in with the A's here and the B's.
There's Carla.
That's really nice. Yeah.
This front group is huge and they're just about to hit this escalator. So I'm very curious what
this
it looks
is where the money meets the road, right after the escalator. And then we start getting a little bit of a climb here. And we're seeing somebody come right through the group. That's right. They've got it figured out how to get up over this.
Yeah. Well, that one looks pretty short. That was shorter than
but
the
it's
escalator.
coming out of it that really, yeah, you can get 12 seconds ahead of somebody if you hit that right.
Whoa.
Like it's really
that's a big one.
It's a neat little,
and this group is still, nobody got dropped on that one.
Good job.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You can start to see some separation near the back of that group there. Those riders, there's a bit of separation there.
Danette very smartly using her power up. Nice. Use it defensively for sure. If you can't use something offensively, use it defensively. Yeah. And that was a smart decision by Vanette.
And this draft will be significant near the end of the race. Yeah. So for those who hold on to it, that it's a very draftable climb.
Oh, good. So maybe if Westerland, if she could just attach them back to that group. Yeah. Oh, there's Hannah back again.
Yep, there she is.
And then she went left. Oh my goodness.
She's got some riders with her. Carla.
Chaos Monkey.
That's back with Josie.
Come on, Vanette. Come on, Carla.
Good job, gals.
Get back in there.
Little punch up this climb. You can see there's a bit of got a significant climb here. We're going up over the bridge. We kind of do a bit of a corkscrew. It's really nice. A really nice look. It was almost unrecognizable to me as New York. I felt a little more like I was in Richmond, just the colors and the way that it's set up. But it's really neat to ride these bridges. They're I'm going to call this
I used to live approximately half a mile from here. So I know
you know this area.
Yeah. So when the area is not as it is in real life, I'm like, wait a minute. You can't go straight there. You're not allowed.
And Zwift, we go where we want.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, there's a robot. Maybe I should stop.
There are some robots out on the course.
All right. So lots of people using their draft power-ups defensively here. And you saw Annalene was way back in the group in the last couple races. And I think
look at this. Look at her go with her draft. Great move here. This is a draftable climb. This is a good use of that power up. Really good. Yeah. She's got a nice group with her.
Yeah, hopefully she push. I just want to give them a little hand on the back.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got some D riders in with the C's here.
There's Angie. Come on, Angie, pull them back.
Nice work.
If they can be aggressive on the downhill side of this climb, they also might be able to close that gap a little bit.
There's a nice catch-up section here coming up, but they have to kind of want to work together.
Bridge, Angie, they just got to jump on Angie.
Yeah. Some of these women may on different teams may be on audio together, so that's a neat thing. If you join a team and you're doing a ride, you can communicate with your team members.
Yeah, for sure. That's the best.
Yeah. Let's head back to the front. See, it looks like quite a strong front group.
Oh yeah. It's a bit strung out, but they're not pushing too hard right now.
No, they're recovering a little bit after.
So you can see this is one of those descend, flat, descend, and then you have a pinch point.
Yeah.
So I'm sure if they're about halfway through the race.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if they're trying to pick where they're going to make a move, the only people who are deciding to do a move on the downhill are those with a little gravitas.
Yeah.
Those that don't have it are like, I need to put in too much effort to get too little reward from a move here. So they're going to wait till that pinch point. And I was explaining this to somebody on a ladder recon, which is pinch points benefit coming in from behind. And I was trying to explain that like draft, it's just like outside, right? But like draft gives you extra watts, right? Like it's saving you watts. So the person behind you is slowing down, but they still have those extra watts until they hit the front. And so you slow down faster at the front and the people behind you kind of leapfrog over you just naturally. So
yeah, really good point.
So those people who go into a pinch point in the front often kind of freak out because they don't understand, like, I'm going harder than this person behind me. Why are they leapfrogging over me?
Mm-hmm.
Physics. That's why.
It's neat. And, I think the more people ride in the game, they get that feeling that you start to feel it, right? You start to see it, real examples of it taking place when you are at speed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good point. Oh, we see another view of the bridge. It's really quite cool. Some of the graphics that they've created for this New York course.
This is one of those, there's nothing like this in New York. I'm like, where is that?
Yeah, it's a little bit amped up New York look. But let's celebrate New York. There you go. Yeah.
Welcome to New York. Ta-da.
So we're going back through the underbridge part, which is where all the spooky stuff happens, including the one of the escalators that gives you the little boost, and also some sort of power test again.
Oh, I hope nobody's doing the power test.
Yeah.
All right.
We're
So
going through the glass bridge right now.
Quite a group here. And you still see 3 of the 4 jerseys up here.
Yeah. Yes, there's quite a mix of A, B, and C together in this front group. And way to go to the C's that made that break.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like there's still 25 riders here. So it's quite a big group.
Yeah, nice.
And they just hit this, they're just hitting this pinch point that I was talking about. So you see the riders in the back are kind of flowing up naturally. And those that are taking advantage of it just give a little extra oomph. And you see some of those C's
group
falling back
behind them as well. That's about 10 seconds back, I think. Or maybe they've merged now. They might have merged.
Yeah, I see. There's a group 20 seconds back.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one.
This is just a little group. This is only 3. And this is Annalene. You saw her trying to catch she was with them on the downhill of the bridge, which was great.
Yeah.
So this is a group of C's and D's.
And about 4K left.
Yeah.
4 folks, maybe
And
a
this
little
is
bit
the
less.
second of the major features of the course, right?
Yeah.
So
And-
after
yeah.
this one,
And like
They
I was
got-
saying, this just keeps climbing. Like it's deceiving. It doesn't actually look like much on the map. You're thinking, well, are they really going uphill? They are, and yeah,
they are. Yeah. And it
they
does.
are, and you feel like it when you're riding it. You're like, oh, because you see that at the top there, the actual little bridge arches.
Yeah.
It looks like
So
it's
this
going to
does
flatten.
look like, yeah.
It doesn't really flatten. It's actually really kind of. I was thinking this is such an interesting course for a race because you can see people now splitting.
Yeah.
Because you've been climbing and it's kind of continuous. There's
And
Carla.
They're going to go down the other side of the Brooklyn Bridge, and then they're going to climb up. And the last couple kilometers are uphill as well. So,
yeah, absolutely.
But if we go to the front group and we look and see how many bees are in that group, that would be an interesting. Oh no, Sam lost her group.
Shoot.
Oh,
she's got someone with her.
Stay with her.
Good job. And great
Hopefully
job to everybody for coming out and doing this first or last. It doesn't matter. We all get efforts. Becca's often talking about personal bests, focusing on the race within the race and also your own personal efforts. So it's not just about the front, but we are watching the front.
And that's what personal bests are definitely where it's at. And also that's where your team comes in, right? Women that know you, that know what you've been through or what you are going through. It's definitely.
You're so right. Life happens in amongst all this other fun stuff we're doing. Some people are going through a lot of things, and just getting on the bike and being active, it helps somebody cope or get through things.
So we see 3 Bs still in this group and the rest are A's. So this is an interesting.
That climb was a selection climb.
For sure. And the second part of that group, it really looks like it's splintered in 2. And so the second part of that group, Jamie's chasing. Jamie Chase is chasing. Go Chase!
Jamie Chase is chasing. She's going to get help from Gilbert here, Jackie Gilbert from Synergy. Oh, she's got a nice group with her, with a lot of bees in it. So.
And I hope they rotate, so they can definitely close that gap.
Oh, we hear Roca. Good job, gals. Looks like fun there. It's nice to get some friends together and do some riding together.
That group cheering is really important.
Yeah.
All right. So.
And if you're just joining us, Roca did 80K before they did this event today.
Painful.
Way to go.
And for the record, they chose to do the races today. So
yeah, that's really great. And looks like we've got out front.
So they're not closing that gap, and we're coming into the final 2K. So I think Jamie's really leading the charge to close this gap, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it because
8-9 seconds there.
Yeah.
Okay, front group. Yeah. We've got quite a mix here. Who's got the legs and who's using their draft right till the sprint finish?
Yeah. I expect we'll see a little bit of separation here, but you do see, surprisingly, B leading the charge. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
Could be working for somebody on her team or just hoping that the group behind stays away. It might be just worth the effort.
Yeah. So you've got about 10 seconds now. You got 8 seconds from the front group of looks like 10 back to this group of about 10. So you got 2 groups of 10 out front, and those are all A's and B's. I don't see any C's in this group.
And we start the climb.
And here's the first C. So you see there's your C leader.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to have a finish here right away.
All right. So this is
where that-
12.6. So this is the last 500 meters. And
Yep,
then we'll
up
try
where
to
the
go back.
overpass of the bridge there, or the span of the bridge is.
Now this is all A's.
Yeah. And I haven't seen anybody use their power up yet. Oh, here we go. We're seeing some power ups in use.
And the thing about this power up is that it's 40 seconds long. So sometimes you don't, it's hard to anticipate where you're going to be in 40 seconds, but
yeah. And this is, again, it's a nasty little sprint because it is uphill. It's a long, draggy uphill. And the sprint itself is about 250 meters, but you've been climbing all this. Oh, there's Brianne. Good job. Tiffany again, going hard.
Not
Well,
putting her nose out front. Come on, Rianne. There we go.
Oh, look at that.
Woo, tipped her at the line. Ouch.
Look at those watts.
Sipping in. She's a young rider that often does the minis. Good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super strong.
You betcha.
She's just leading this
Josephina,
second group.
good job, Josephina. Sydney's right in there behind her. But Josephina put that in. Oh, here comes Jamie.
Sydney. Go with Jamie. Yeah. Go with Jamie. Go, go,
good
go.
job. Great work, everybody. We're always excited to see somebody sprinting with somebody else. So,
and here's the front of the C's finishing.
Yeah, Tracy Stagger, great result today out of the C category.
Yeah.
And Amanda in St. Cyr is also right in there.
Now we see the D's. This is the first D's I see. I think this is the front of the D's.
Giovanna Fantuccio, I think, and Celine are the front of the D's.
All right.
Yeah.
Great
job.
Good sprint here. Nice sprint, Halvis.
Nice work. Great job, Rachel. Liz, looking good.
All right, Fantuccio. Let's see if she's
Celine
got anything
is in
left.
that group. Mandy Serus from Galaxy is also in that group. So Graf's in that group. So we've got a mix of some C's and D's here.
You definitely see, don't fall off that group. Come on, Fantuccio, you've got this.
We have a draft left, maybe not. Well, good work to her, and good work to whoever up front there is sprinting. Looks like Angie went off with Forceland, Carolyn.
Yeah.
And Webster is leading the charge. Angela, good job. And will Angie come around her? Hard to say. Oh,
no,
right
she's not
to
in
the line,
not
girls. Right to the line.
Not in the position.
Great job.
Nice job, Celine.
Nice work. And Lisa Stanley's coming up from behind there, trying to put a push in. Oh, there goes Celine.
Yeah. That one's a tough one to catch.
This is a tough climb. This is a tough sprint to figure out. You have to really be close to somebody before you start to ease on this 0% here, I think.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's really hard to come by someone.
Go on, girl.
Great work. Oh, we got a nice little group here.
Yeah. And let's see. Oh, Hannah's going off first. Hannah's back in the mix. She's back.
Yeah, I think if you have the legs to go on the hill part is a really good move. And Westerland's with her, Jonna. Yeah. Good work. Great job.
Oh no.
It's close. Oh, I think she's got it.
Oh, she got her.
Good job to both of them.
And here's
Great
Rossi.
work.
Nice finish.
Work.
Here's
Great
Carla.
job, guys. Yep, Carla's coming in, and she's got a break to Isabel behind her, so she doesn't have to do a full-out sprint.
Yeah, I think.
And Vanette's there finishing. She's got a break to Linda behind her. So, although if she's not careful, Linda may try to catch up here. You can see Linda putting some power down. Oh, this is a hard when your legs are tired at the top of this climb, Becca, and then you have to sprint. Oh, look
I don't
at
sprint.
there.
I almost never do. I'm just lazy.
Yeah.
This is great. This is This is the 59th rider, so we're catching. We got almost everybody.
Oh, look, Rocacorba showing us their water bottles. We love some water bottles. That's really nice. Those are really sharp looking. Wow.
And one thing we forgot to mention is there are prizes in this race. So all of the winners are going to get a Rocacorba jersey, which is awesome. And then all of the competitors are entered into a grand prize drawing for a 2-night stay at Rocacorba, which, in case you don't know, is kind of one of the most fabulous places you can visit because you can ride up, you can ride down. There's coffee breaks, there's nature, there's mountains, there's everything. So, and it's quite near Barcelona, which if you want to do the partying, that's also there. Good job, ladies. So
nice job. We're watching Sam here from Roca. Good job, Sam. And that's Sam over there. They had the video on her a minute ago.
All right, she's
and
got
look
one
at
more.
all her friends are cheering her on. This is so great.
Go.
Good job. This is what it's about when you join a group or you join a team. We're not always together in the same room, but people are often cheering their teammates on, first or last. It doesn't matter. Just there for each other.
It's funny because I went to Mallorca with a bunch of coalition women earlier this year, and we were the same. You know, we'd get to a climb and we'd go up the climb at your own pace, but the women that finished first were always cheering for the women that were coming into the, into the end of the climb. So it's the same.
That's wonderful.
This is one of the moments where online meets reality.
Yep.
And
Sam is putting in some effort to stay ahead of Brady there. Bronwyn is coming up the road. So good job, Sam, for putting that effort in.
Last couple 100 meters.
Great work. Brady is trying, but Sam's going to do it. She's doing it.
This was a good effort by Brady.
And good job to Bronwyn. Absolutely. Yeah, ESRT team member there. And she's been, she's got a lot of team members in this ride today. So good job to Bronwyn. Shout out to her and her team as well.
Yeah.
Monica Torrey's coming up behind that. Then Susan Lennox and KP, who may have had a technical or might have been sitting Susan Lennox might have been sitting in the pen as well. It's possible. Or they could be riding. I'm not sure. I can't see on my, nope. They're both chugging along, doing well. Absolutely.
All right. So it looks like we're at the end of the racing, which is fabulous. Everybody did an awesome job. We got to see some great racing.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break and we'll come back and do the mixed racing. And I'm going to have Lewis, who is a sprinter on Coalition, join me for the next one. So, Susan, you and I are kind of similar style racers, but Lewis is a sprinter. So we'll see. The commentary is going to be very different. And I've never commentated on a men's race. So
this will be fun. And there are quite a few women that are showing up in the mixed race as well. From what I understand, some of the A's are coming to the mixed race. A women. I'm not sure if there are also some women in the B, C, D, E pen or D. I guess we go to D today. So that's exciting. Yeah. And Lewis is one of our helpers on Coalition. He's helped with some of our intro to racing clinics as well. So he'll have some neat perspective on all the pens.
I'm excited. I'm excited to chat with him, to watch the racing. I don't know if I'll have the same, like love in my heart for the men that I do for the women.
You'll see our team members and you'll be so excited.
Yeah, that's true.
And very dynamic racing with the mixed. There's quite a bit of with the women, it's not always easy to just like take off on the field. In the mixed racing, you will see some dynamicism, I think. Yes.
Dynamism. Yeah. I'm making my husband race too in the other room. So
then you'll for sure be excited about it.
I'll be like, go, Jeffrey. I'll just open the door and be like, push harder. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do a little music. And I'm going to shut off the visuals and I'll be back in 45 minutes. Susan,
Yep.
thank you.
I'll say
That was
bye to
great.
everybody. Thanks so much for having me, Becca, and for this
Thank you.
beautiful studio setup. This looked really good today. Becca and I are upping our game.
Yeah, paying for Restream because I was begging Reese to do it, and then I was like, maybe I should just do it myself.
No, it's
So-
really good. I think we're going to have some fun this winter.
Yes. So also, if you're a lady and you want some commentary this winter, let us know.
Yep.
So we'll get Rianne to race it because now,
Let's go back to Rianne for a second.
she's like,
Rianne?
oh no, what did you
It's
volunteer
very
me for?
loud in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're just signing off, Rianne. We're just saying we'll
thank
see
you so
everybody.
much.
Great.
Yeah. We're gonna do
Great
the mix.
job.
We're doing the mixed we're doing the mixed commentary too.
Amazing. Yeah, we've got about 5 riders, I think, on that one. So yeah, we'll
right.
see you later.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Thanks.
Bye.
Great job. Bye.
All right. So I'm going to sign us off. And Susan, thank you again. And we will see you in 45 minutes. Okay. Bye. All right. And we are back. Welcome to the Rocacorba Triple Dash. I've got Lewis with me this time. And Lewis is a different style of racer to me. So I'm excited to have somebody to work off of that is not Susan Clark, because Susan and I are similar style racers. So when we talked through the courses, it was a lot of, yeah, I would do that too. And Lewis is a sprinter. So very different type of rider.
Yeah.
So welcome, Lewis.
Thanks. Thanks.
Just to give a quick overview of what we're doing today, we are commentating on a set of 3 races. Lewis is going to walk us through the courses in a second, but essentially they're back-to-back races. This is the mixed event. So we watched the women's event starting 2 hours ago, and we had about 75 racers, and it looks like the signups for the mixed are just about the same. So we will see some furious racing. And at stake here, we actually have 8, but we have 4 jerseys. So the winner of each category will receive a Rocacorba jersey and be entered into a grand prize drawing for a 2-night stay at Rocacorba Cycling in Girona, Spain, which is super exciting. We've got some Rocacorba riders that are joining that are live in Girona, and this is part of their camp that they do with their club, which is pretty exciting. So they ride together on Zwift, and then once a year they go to Girona, and they get to ride around Girona with Ashley Moolman-Pasillo, which is pretty awesome. So
Couldn't ask for much more than that.
Yeah. That's one of those kind of like, oh, I do love Coalition, but that is pretty awesome. But I would never leave Coalition. It's like my home. So Lewis, thank you for joining me. And do you want to give a little intro to who you are and what's up first?
Sure. So let's see. I've been with the Coalition for, I don't know, a couple years. Race both ZRL and ladder. Sometimes I'll do other series like ECRO or FRR or whatever. Basically, join Coalition for the camaraderie and having the team. It's really nice to race with teams, and it's a great bunch of folks who put a lot of effort into coordinating things. And like you said, it would actually be really hard to leave. For any reason, really. So I'm racing in the low Bs. I think this round racing with Vortex, and we're I think B3 in the Indigo League, and I don't even know how to pronounce it, but Synoxum or something like that for the ladder. I'm not sure where those names came from, but they're unique. And yeah, I'm primarily a sprinter. So looking at a lot of these courses, that's kind of, the angle that I look at them from. Although I've been working pretty hard to become more of an all-arounder, so that things like these courses aren't particularly painful. So the first one up actually is the Castle Crit, which is it doesn't look like a whole lot of elevation, but it really saps your legs right out of the gate. You come out of the pens, and the first thing that you're doing is you're hitting a short but significant uphill, and then you flatten out for a little while, and hopefully you get a group established, and then you're going to be spending the next 5K or right around there, with one really sharp climb in the middle, and then you hit this downhill, and that downhill is kind of make it or break it. It's really going to penalize a lot of the lighter riders, especially if some of the heavier riders or bigger watt riders, especially on such a short race, really push the pace. And then you hit the uphill again, and hope for hope you've got it in your legs to put the power down and finish.
So what we saw with the women's ride was this race was more split apart than either of the others. So because you've got that super sharp momentum killer right out of the pens, you essentially saw the A and B riders just string out and go. So we'll see if that happens here. Mixed racing is new to me, so I'm not really sure. I actually do DS the one of the ladder teams on the mixed side, and they're terrifying. So they're actually ladder racing right now. So luckily nobody in the pen has to worry about them. And my husband is riding, but he's riding dirt. So I'm gonna cheer for him, but like guiltily, I'll be like,
yep. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think one of the important things to keep in mind is that this is using the A, B, C, D categories, and there's two ways to get into the category. One is through your FTP, and the other is through ZMAP. So it's either your aerobic or your anaerobic efforts that can get you there. So what we may see is that we've got some really punchy riders in B that can keep up with the A's, or that can really set themselves apart on these really short punches, because they're in that category because of their anaerobic efforts, where it may not be as well suited to someone who's in that particular category or pace group, because they've got a really high FTP if they lack the punch. So,
and what I definitely see is, I don't know if this is all B riders, but at the top end of B, you've got a lot of Bs who are super high wattage, but within the ZMAP and ZFTP range. And they're pretty much A riders, but they're never going to be A by ZMAP or ZFTP. So I do expect that some of those would be able to keep up. And the pen size looks similar to the women, so 75.
Yeah, which is an amazing change. Usually it's heavily skewed towards the mixed. So it was great to watch those races this morning. With this particular format in the mixed pens, it's really it's a double-edged sword, because you've got a lot of your A riders, and they're fast. I mean, they're always fast. And you've got B and C riders who will probably be able to keep up at least for a while. And looking at this as someone who's done these races with mixed pens, there's two things to consider. Do you really try to keep up with the A riders, with the pointy end of the watts per kilogram and even raw watts, and potentially burn yourself out? Or do you hope that other people will do that yourself? And with the 3 races back to back, you kind of wonder whether or not it's better to save something for the end and try and capitalize there, or do you go all out right from the pens, in the first race?
And each race is scored so that every rider gets a point. So let's say there's 70 riders. Number 1 would get 70 points, and number 70 would get 1 point. And so over the 3 races, your overall standing will be based on your scoring from each race. So if someone wins in the A category, race 1, 2, they get 140 points if there's 70 people in the pen. And then if they get last on the 3rd one, then they have 141 points. So if someone gets 20th, then they would have 50 points, 50 points, 50 points in each of the races. So then that would be 150. So win, last is 141. Middle is 150. So
conservation may be really important.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think an unanticipated amazingness that I'm watching now is all the men in the women's jerseys. is awesome.
Yep.
I did not think about that. And I love seeing my husband. This is my husband. I love seeing him in the FemCycle Collab racer jersey. Yes.
Absolutely. There's that is great. That is absolutely great. It's actually nice too with the mixed pens to see the different pace groups all racing with the same jersey. I mean, it's really it's nice to rock, coalition kit, whenever you can, but when you get into these mixed pens, you end up unsure of who you're racing against, and you have to pull up Sauce or Zwift Zwift Power and watch it live to see where you actually fit in. So, having the jerseys separate out the pace groups is really nice.
Yeah, this is something we did in women's racing because we often have smaller field size. So women are about 10%. There's about 10% of the total racers on Zwift are women. So more or less, or ish. And so every race, sometimes you'll have 2 women in the A pen, and that's really not fun. I know it kind of happens on the men's side, but not as badly as on the women's side. So this was our solution. If we started everyone together, then we needed a way to differentiate who you're racing against. So this is.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, and I hope to see feedback. So we have some coalition members in here who are some of the people that I love on coalition, like Todd. Todd's a Vancouver rider, so he's from west coast of Canada, and I hope that they'll give us feedback. And there's Nils on here too. They'll give us some feedback as to whether that's something that they like on the mixed side. So
absolutely, Ben as well. Yeah, I mean, I can't help but think, I'd like to see some coalition riders up front, but it's, there's a lot of really strong people in the pens. There's a lot of really strong people in the pens. I'm actually happy to be sitting this one out, to be honest with you.
Were you signed up?
No, I
Okay.
wasn't. I wasn't. No, fortunately, I'm doing some recovery this week, and got my nice Z2 ride in this morning. So,
thank goodness. Yeah.
Yep.
I thought about Todd too. Yeah. I thought about asking Todd, and I didn't see you in the pens, which was why I felt okay asking.
Yep.
I didn't want to make someone choose not to race.
Oh no,
to commentate.
Not at all.
So
not at all.
All right. Well, we got 2 minutes till the banner, till the flags go down. So
I imagine this is going to be full gas right out of the pens.
Yeah.
I expect to see people coming out of the pens, 500 watts right up the first hill. And there may or may not be a selection, before we even get through the first banner.
So one thing that you see, one thing that we should have noted is you get 1 power up for the whole race. So this is something that they used to do in elite racing when elite racing on Zwift was still a thing. And so they're not going to get any extra power ups. So it depends on whether they've read all the notes of the course as to whether riders will know this. But on this first race, they're going to get 1 feather power up. That's going to last 30 seconds, and it makes you lighter on the uphills. So if I was an A rider, I would be saving it for the last time up the hill. But if I was trying to just stay with the group, if I was worried about staying with the group, I would probably use it on the first one. So
absolutely.
We'll see what the usage is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if your goal is to come out and win, or at least put in a really good showing, you can't do that when you're dropped. So, what's the saying? Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face,
Yeah, that sounds right.
Sometimes these hills, they, or whatever feature it may be, the dynamics of the race can change things, and your plan basically gets thrown out the window as you start seeing the pack ride away a little bit, and it's time to deploy whatever you've got. So,
And you have to be able to adapt, definitely. One thing I forgot to mention is we figured out on the women's race that the pens here, oh, here we go, are a little disadvantageous to the people starting in the pens, the C pen, because the C pen looks like they started behind. So we'll see if they can collect. They did not in the women's. It was much harder for them. This is a big long line.
Yep, there we go. 500 watts right out of the gate. And
there's
looks
Nils.
like, well, yep. What? There we go. And I'll tell you that 9% that they're hitting right now, 10%, it absolutely takes it out of you. You know, and this is where some of the riders who are coming in who are, you know, more ZMAP or anaerobically powered are, you know, it's going to be a little bit to their advantage, and you really hope that they've got that repeatability and the ability, you know, once you get over this this first climb to really recover and stick with the group.
Yeah, what I see is the line has not snapped. So, there's a little bit of a snap there. So you see I hope they'll close it, because this actually looks a lot closer than the women's. By this point on the women's, there was a 5-second gap. If they can close this, and this hill's not too steep and not too long, so it's a possibility.
Exactly.
You can see there's 9 seconds back. There's Team NL. This is the C jersey, the Watch the Femme jersey. So the 10th anniversary jersey, which you see here, that is the D pen. The Watch the Femme is the C pen. The B's are in the this one, the Femme Psycho Collab, and the A's are in the Rocacorba jersey. So I guess it did split.
Yep. And it looks
So,
like someone might be having a mechanical as we speak,
no.
or completely blown up.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's hopefully not blown up, because this is the first of 3 races.
Sometimes when you go out that hard, you just know that you don't have it that day. It's an unfortunate feeling, but I think we've all been there. And yeah, we can see right now, right up front, we've got a handful of folks from Coalition who are right out front and continuing to push the watts. I mean, after really pushing that climb, sticking it out at, you know, 5.6, 5.5. Yeah. It
He's
makes
just
sense.
riding away.
It makes sense that he's off the front. Absolutely.
But you see his heart rate, unless he's a baby, which he could be, that heart rate is pretty high.
Oh yeah. Yep. I think that's somewhere around my particular peak.
Yeah. But you do see that number coming down. So his heart rate's climbing and the gap's coming down. So did he go out too hard?
Yeah. And this is an area where the the draft with the peloton is really gonna, potentially pull him back. I assume,
especially in that downhill.
Absolutely.
So he's going to get caught. So he's only 1 second, and his heart rate's coming back down. So I think that was a smart move by Babin. I don't know his first name, but so this group, I mean, this is my husband. You know how we talked about those high wattage B riders? He's one of those. So let's see what he does on the downhill. You see the A's pulling a little bit ahead, and this is the front of the B group.
Yeah, and this is an opportunity for some, sometimes those higher wattage B riders are also a little bit heavier, and that gravity really does its thing. I
call it gravitas.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
For me, it's I'm good friends with gravity. So you combine that with the ability to put in, a little bit more effort than you might want to riding outdoors or whatever, because it's Zwift. and you can recover without putting out too much, but you can also make up some time here. So right now it's really there's a huge mix of A and B riders together.
Yeah, and you definitely, this front group is large too. So we've got Nils. He's in there. All right, 14. We've got 14 in this front group. That is enough to make an interesting finish for sure.
Absolutely. And it's going to play out interestingly too, because you've got, A and B riders, who are battling, it's nice to win regardless. You want to beat everybody, but you can actually, utilize the draft of an A rider as a B rider or whatever, if someone goes off the front. I think what we'll actually see is if they make it to that very final climb, that there's a couple A riders in the field that really have the watts. But it may be one of the punchier B riders that really has it. It'll be interesting to see.
So this little momentum killer is one of those that if you don't attack it, you're kind of lost. So you saw Nils attack it there around 7 watts a kilo, and I hope he uses power up soon, because this is they're rolling over him like steamrollers.
Yeah, it's always a tough decision when to use that, because coming up here you're going to hit a real peak at around 9%.
I wonder if Nils was leading out Ben, so they are teammates, and maybe he just pulled that line to give Ben an opportunity to sprint through.
Absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if they were on Discord and, working for each other. I mean, that's one of the advantages of being in a team.
So this looks like a pretty clear win from Maine.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. And when I was talking about some of the riders in A that have power, Lee Maine is one of them. I believe it's Lee. I believe he's got about a 400 watt FTP. Yeah, absolutely.
That's big.
Absolutely. So, I mean, the punch and the power is definitely not lacking there.
Yeah. And also depending on what his size is, 400 watts could be, it could be 4 watts a kilo, or it could be 8 watts a kilo.
Yeah. I believe it's somewhere around, 74 kilograms. So
okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Not the kilograms, the FTP.
Lautenbacher gave a little bit of a push and he just gapped him. That was great. So we see the B riders. This might be one of the first C riders. I didn't see any in the other group. Let's see. Here's a coalition rider.
Alex.
Go, Alex. Oh, he's on a is he on a TT bike? Is that the upgraded TT bike?
Oh, it might be. There's a fun I don't know if it's a bug, if you will, in Zwift that I exploit a lot. And whatever you join the pen in, like if you're warming up on a TT bike or whatever, even if you change your bike in the pen, it shows that to everybody else throughout the entire race. So I have some fun every now and then. I'll join on the Buffalo bike, or I did a ladder race the other day on the Brompton, which not a chance I would actually do it. I switched to a much better bike in the pen, but
but still fun to see it.
Absolutely. So it looks like we have some of our D riders coming through.
And Celine's actually she raced in the early ones too. So she's double racing with the mixed and the women's. That's a tough thing to do.
Absolutely.
I'm not that bold. But it looks like almost everybody's through. We got 60 of 79. think we'll watch this as I'm going to load up and you can talk about the next course, which is Glasgow Crit Reverse.
Absolutely. That's actually one of my favorite courses. Next to, of course, the regular Glasgow, because there's two of them. There's, Glasgow, and then there's Glasgow Reverse. And the Glasgow originally, the original one with the Clyde kicker it's really suited to sprinters. I mean, there are 2 sprints in that course. You have the kicker, which is a pretty decent hill, like 2-tiered, and then you have the actual champion sprint. But when you reverse it, it's a totally different thing. It changes from like 30-second power to minute power, and you have to really change how you're going to approach it. Again, this is one where if you look at the potential elevation, it doesn't look that bad, but there are just some real momentum breakers in Glasgow Reverse, including the Clyde kicker reverse, which it's not all power in the reverse direction. I feel like when you're doing the Glasgow Crit, if you have the power, you have the opportunity to get away, but I think of this as a more tactical crit course. And, the arrow power up definitely gives you the opportunity to get away as well, if you deploy it well.
Yeah. What we saw with the women's racing was there was a lot of separation. So in the first race, in the second race, there was very little separation actually throughout, because you go the first half of the lap, you go out of the pens and you go right. And it's kind of the flatter part of the course up first. So you really didn't see any separation until the end of that lap.
Absolutely. There's you take the sharp left before you really start climbing. And that's a really good opportunity for a lot of people to lay down, power. And even if you don't think that you're going to get away, for some of the lower watt riders, it's an opportunity to force separation, or oftentimes, I believe this is 2 laps, right?
This is 2 laps.
So if you're doing this and it's a 6-lap race or more, what you can really do is you can really put someone, make them burn their matches early on. And it's going to be interesting to see this in a 2-lap format, because you don't have as much of an opportunity. So you might have to go harder to get people to burn their matches early, or employ some other tactics as well.
And what I found interesting is both Susan and I were talking about how you can waste a lot of energy. There's certain places in Zwift, right, on the S's, and in courses like this, where if you are always trying to be out front, you're just wasting energy. Absolutely. And you're not using the dynamics of the topography to your benefit. So
absolutely.
A course like this, if you're a smart racer, you're out of the wind for most of the race. Sometimes that's boring to watch, but being out of the wind on this race can help you use the momentum of the downhill to slingshot into the uphills, because it's always up or down, right? So
absolutely. And this is, this is definitely a course that, once you hit that downhill, you can see people reattach, especially if they're doing some work on the downhill, where, if you go full gas on the uphill and push through, you might get separation, but you might also exhaust yourself depending on how hard you're going and how much over threshold, especially just having done, the castle crit. Because, you got to remember that's still in everybody's legs.
Yeah. And this is the first race was 5 kilometers. The second race is 8, and the third race is 12. So a lot of these mini races are built like that, where there's a short, a medium, and a long race. Long.
Right.
It's not really long, but, and so your exhaustion builds throughout it. And if you gas yourself out on the first one, then you're kind of screwed.
Absolutely. it's
And
no, go ahead.
we're about to lead off. So
Yep.
I've obviously loaded Glasgow.
All right. And it looks like we're coming out at about the same power, maybe even a little bit more. That's pretty nuts. I mean, with some, with a course already in your legs, that hurts. That absolutely hurts. I do expect that the first major climb up the kicker reverse, I think we're going to see a lot of separation happen there.
Yeah, you do see quite a long line. I do see a gap there, but I expect that to come together.
Absolutely.
It does look like it's closing already. So
yeah,
we got the A's out front, but if they're smart, they're going to be conserving anyway.
Absolutely.
Mostly because there's a brick wall. They ran into literally the brick wall.
Yep, absolutely.
We did forget to say we joined. I added the stream from Rocacorba, so these racers are racing live next to each other in the Rocacorba hotel, which is cool.
That is awesome. I mean, it's great to be on Discord and all of that, but actually being in the same room as other people has got to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did it for the International Women's Day 2 years ago, and it was so fun. It was so fun to be racing next to somebody.
Absolutely. All right.
Oh, so these people think that they're going to get another power up.
Ooh, that hurts. If you're not getting,
they definitely thought.
Yep. I mean, it could be. I've done it to myself where you're riding with the controller and you think you're giving a ride on or whatever, and you accidentally deploy your power up. That's happened to me as well. Yep. But
or they just didn't read the notes and they don't know they only get one.
Yeah, that's going to be potentially painful on the way back through second time around when that just doesn't appear.
Yep.
It looks like the A's and B's are holding together pretty well here. There looks to be a couple people out front.
Yep. And we did see there's a couple C jerseys in here as well. So all together, if I was an A, I would be saving energy and not going off the front yet. But maybe they just have, I don't know what it's like to have so much extra energy that you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, I can't relate. Although the tactics that you're seeing from some of the folks here is exactly how I like to try and ride this, is to really force as much effort from people who may not be high watts going up that first hill and then try and recover a little bit on this downhill. Maybe they come back together or not, but either way, if you can make people work on the downhill and you have the ability to recover yourself or the power, it's potentially to your advantage. I think we're going to see a lot of people pushing watts down this straight here as well.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely see the A's and the B's coming back together here. So you did see those A's trickling off the front before that first climb, but they really didn't get any separation. And now I think they're going to be paying for it because they're going to see people steamrolling with this big group back into them because it's a flat leading to a downhill leading to a flat. So that aggregated draft is just pushing everyone back to them.
And a lot of PRs there too, which means people either haven't raced this recently or at all, or it also means that they are pushing, as hard as they can go, and that can catch up to you. That can definitely catch up to you.
So let's see, this is our front group. Never know, Amazonia.
And a 2-3 second gap, which I do imagine will close.
And there's different players in here. I think we swapped out a couple. Meitenen, I think, leapt up from that other group. So there's 3 seconds back to that second group, maybe 2 to 3 seconds. But it's still anyone's game. They still got one
absolutely.
more lap to go.
Yeah, it's really hard to maintain, that kind of effort, knowing that you've got another huge climb coming up. I
Yeah.
say huge. It's not particularly huge. I think it's 80 meters of climbing over the entire thing, but you're doing it at absolute threshold. It's really a sprint. I mean, you've got 3 sprints in this race.
Yeah. So you do see it lining out a little bit here. But here's Jeff he's conserving. So his heart rate's coming down. He is conserving for that next hill. And it really looks like there's onesie-twosies out front.
And and at this point too, it's kind of, there's a little bit of a game that's being played too, because you want it to, you want the gaps to get closed down, but you don't want to be the person who does it. And that's, that's the conservation of things. I mean, we see, a combination here of folks who are running the full disc wheels, and we see that the front rider there is really pushing. We can kind of a dead giveaway to everybody else that they're really pushing there with the what are those, I forget what that's called. But then we also see the rider behind, who's got a very different setup, who might not be as confident in the climbing portion, and will have to work a little bit harder on the downhills based on the wheels. Those might be the
NV 4.5 Pro, probably.
Yeah. Yep.
So this looks a little maybe not true to me. Somebody's at the front pushing over 5 watts a kilo at 158 beats per minute. Maybe it's the baby. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Zwift is what it is. It's great, but there are limitations.
Absolutely. I mean, I did my whole workout this morning at 72 beats per minute because my heart rate monitor had a problem. So, you can't, you want everything to be represented as best as possible. You want people to have accurate weights. Oh, this looks painful.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be in my chair.
I did see a C rider in here too. So you've got your front runners of your A, B, and C right here. So this is, who is this? Gaspari? No. I don't know who the leader of the
C
rider
is.
But
yeah, kudos. I mean,
yeah.
And again, that's, a lot of this particular course suits itself really well to a puncher. Someone who's really good at like 5-minute, 8-minute efforts. And, having their power there, really lends himself well, especially if you can stick in the draft of, A and B riders as well, because there are sections on here where, watts per kilogram is going to matter just as much. They're short, but, it's, there are definitely some sections.
So we see this is the front group. They are definitely away. That's a good usage of that power up.
Absolutely. I mean, it's kind of do or die right now.
He's going to get him in the line. Holy moly, that was a nice sprint.
Oh, wow. That's 14.
Oh, he's not going to catch him. Oh, good racing.
Wonderful. I mean, that's insane.
So
here
this
we go for the second group.
Jay Baumgardner went out to early. Push.
16.
Woo!
Insane.
This is a good finish. Wow.
Absolutely
Todd's right in there
incredible.
too.
Awesome.
Wow. So we saw Nils finish there. So that was the top 30 there. And then that was the biggest group on here. You definitely saw top 30 finish within 10 seconds. And then we got smaller groups here.
And actually the riders that you see who aren't, like right now we're looking at top 40. Obviously you want to place well, But the farther back you are, the less time you have to recover in between races. So giving up a position or two.
If you, as long as you're not totally gassing yourself out, I think giving up a position or two for the overall doesn't really matter. Like we did the math of the 50 versus.
Exactly. So in this group, you may see people who aren't necessarily going to sprint, or when they're gapped, they're going to stick with their group, and then they're not rolling it in, taking it easy. It's actually, there's strategy to it. There's a lot of strategy to it, just like any race. I mean, you look at, you watch some of the major world tour races, and, your GC riders, they don't contest the sprint.
No, this is what I was doing a race recon for next Tuesday for ZRL.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, I don't want to race it because it looks horrible.
But
as I was thinking through it, I was like, you really got to look at your team, right? If you've got 6 riders, like know what everybody's going to do. Like if 3 of your riders are going to get dropped on that first hill, come up with a strategy, right? What do they do after that?
Absolutely.
And it makes it less depressing. Because it's like
there's teamwork. Yeah, teamwork and strategy. It's how do you cope with the course, and those KOMs or KQOMs being points in this particular race, it changes everything, because nobody's going to take it easy. And here we go.
Yeah, that was
still pushing it.
He started early, but he did.
Absolutely. But the points aspect of it, absolutely, it changes it, because you're going to have people who are looking for both the FAL and FTS whenever they can, and for riders like myself, it's going to be really punishing. It's going to be very punishing. So we'll have to figure it out as a team, and let the chips fall where they may.
Absolutely. As we're switching scenes, I see Rianne Denton, who is one of the organizers for Rocacorba, but you were on mute, so now you're not on mute.
Oh, I'm not on mute now. No. Sorry, it's so loud in here. I can't actually hear you well. And my battery is about to go, so I'm so sorry. But I can probably show you a bit more, like what the room looks like now.
Let's see it. Here, I'm gonna maximize you so we can see. Oh, that is a party. Look at that.
It is a party.
Absolutely.
It's a Swift party. We've got Tony here. He's racing in C.
Good job, Tony.
That's Tony. Then we've got Carl here. He's racing in B.
All right. Good luck.
We've got Dave here. He's also racing in B.
Good luck, Dave.
And then we have Eric here also racing in B.
Good luck, Eric.
Little friendly competition.
And
these two are paired right next to each other, and they've been looking at each other's screens, eyeing each other up.
I was wondering, how is everyone feeling about being in those women's jerseys?
In the what? Sorry?
In the women's jerseys.
Oh no, I think they're loving it. It's great. It looks great on them.
I told Lewis I didn't think about it until I saw everybody in the pen, and then I was like, oh.
No, they're absolutely loving it. And it's really cool. I like the 3 races have been really interesting, like different tactics, different style of racing, and it plays to different strengths and weaknesses. So it's been really interesting. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, we've just been like, as you see, everyone's got like a bit of a DS and a coach next to them. So we've been trying to kind of coach people through drafting and sort of kind of when to time their sprint and things like that. So it's been really great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck.
So
good luck to them.
It might die. My battery might die, but if I don't chat to you on here again, thank you so much for commentating and having us feature for this race. It's great.
Yeah, it was great. So thanks for putting it on. It was a great series.
Yeah. How long have we got? Oh, we still got 5 minutes.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for joining. And I'm gonna so there is this balance of a lot of people finished 8 minutes ago, so they have to kind of work out whether they're going to go easy now or how they're going to do it. So do you want to talk through the last course? Because it is a new course.
It is. I actually rode it the other day. I actually haven't raced it yet. But the was it the double span spin in New York? That's kind of a tongue twister. It's not a particularly difficult looking course. When you look at the profile of it, you don't see any huge hills or anything like that. But the Brooklyn Bridge KOM or KQOM, it's really deceptive because it really just drags on. You're just waiting for it to end, and you can see the end of it in the distance, but it just doesn't seem to ever come.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be a big part is actually going to be attrition on that, because as opposed to where we've seen riders you put in a 30 or 45 second effort, you're looking at a much longer effort over that, and it's just draggy, and it happens on a couple of after a couple of races of progressive length. So I mean, even the fastest folks are looking at 2 minutes 30 seconds on that. So,
and what we saw with the women was this race, actually everyone stayed together for a long time, and we think that the A's were just drafting off of the B's. So, but we did see the A's, B's, C's, and some of the D's hang in there for quite a while on this course, and then the A's at the first of the major hills, which starts right around it's like 8 kilometers in. Was when the A's were just like, okay, thank you for all the draft. We'll see you later.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a good time to take advantage of the draft, and that's going to be the deciding factor is really how you do on the Brooklyn Bridge climb. So is this one that features those escalators?
Yes, this one has one of them, but I think it's one of the shorter ones because they're of varying lengths, right?
Yep.
So this one is pretty short.
Those are weird. The first time I encountered it, and if people haven't ridden this course, you don't know how to really deal with it, because it does ramp up to high double digits, like 15-20% at the very top, and if you don't have your gearing right, it's actually going to stop you. So
I told Susan I actually haven't done New York that much other than when I'm fan viewing other people. So I'm just riding around New York and while I'm watching someone else. So that's obviously not a good way of getting to know the course. But sometimes you hit that, like when you're fan viewing somebody else and you hit a serious grade when in your own bike and you're like, what is happening? This feels so strange. It's like mud. You just get stuck in that mud.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the first time I encountered it was just that. I didn't know how to approach it. I was in too high of a gear. I figured I could just power up it, and it didn't go well. So if folks haven't encountered that before, that may cause them to expend a lot of energy getting back on, because gaps will open there.
Yeah. I wonder if people are going to attack there. So on this course, one power up, which is the draft fan. The draft fan is going to last you 40 seconds. And obviously I guess you could use it offensively. All right, let's go. You can use it offensively if you get behind the leader and use it and then attack after. But mostly it's a defensive. Oh, and somebody already used theirs. Oops.
It may actually be what keeps some people on for the climb, because while the climb is 3-ish%, that's average. It may end up being it's mostly draftable, or draft will have some effect, but that could be the difference between getting dropped and not getting dropped on the climb.
Absolutely. So you do see a big long line here. If you look at the top right-hand side, you can see.
Absolutely.
This is pretty much all the riders are
one by one
at this point. Yeah.
And again, I'm not surprised to see everybody coming out of the pens full gas. And at this point, it's on some really tired legs. So
yeah. That's what you don't get when you're watching, it's a new race. So you think, oh, this is the new race, but
yeah, it's not. And for people who have done like the Zwift Insider tiny races, every race you come out just a little bit less, with a little bit less power. You really, by the fourth, you're really hoping that anybody and everybody will can we just roll out neutral?
Yeah. Neutral first, 8K, please. Lead in.
Yeah,
Lead
exactly. Exactly. Because, there's not enough time to recover, for a lot of us between these races, because a lot of people look at them and it's like, oh, it's 8 minutes or 10 minutes, and they just treat it like that. And like we were talking earlier, treating this series of races like a single race may end up being beneficial for some people.
Yeah. And this is a great one to do as a one-off, right? Because it is 12.5 kilometers, and at an average of it at 40 kilometers per hour, it takes you 1.5 minutes to do a kilometer. So that would make it somewhere in the 18 to 19 minutes.
Absolutely.
And that's still like a good effort. Like if you think about an FTP test, which they used to say was 20 minutes, that's it. Absolutely. If you want to just race one 20-minute effort.
Yeah, so with something like this, you expect it to be fast and furious, because it's going to be just, it's something you can do just above your FTP.
Yeah. But you see a lot of people here aren't really pushing. So for the A's and the B's to be in the 3s, they're not really working too hard.
No, absolutely. And the draft in Zwift is kind of like the draft, in the real world. You don't have to push hard as long as you're behind somebody. And smart racers will conserve and, really, be ready to push when needed to close gaps, when road features are there. So yeah,
for instance, just because I'm very familiar with my husband's power numbers, he's riding well below his FTP, and really, I think saving up for that back half where it is like there's a 1.5 kilometer climb and a kilometer climb. That's really where he's probably, it's an over-under effort. So
absolutely. And, you want to have whatever you can left for the sprint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You see nobody off the front at this point. And this front group is there somebody off the front? There looks to be
one person. Yep. Ericsson.
Wow. 10 seconds. And everyone's just let him go. But his heart rate's at 180. So let's see if Ericsson can maintain this. He's coming up to the escalator right here. So
absolutely. It's going to be really, really telling. either maybe has a lot of confidence in the climb, or maybe not. I mean, I know I've gone off the front just so that I could sag a climb.
Yeah.
You know, lacking,
yeah. I
lacking
mean,
that
and that's smart.
confidence.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Although he does not look like he's sagging the climb.
Nope, not at all.
All right.
Or it could be feeling really good on the day. You know,
But he was not out front in the others. So Maine was out front in the others, Amazonia, and Erickson was not. So I don't know whether this was his first of these 3 races or whether he's just feeling super good.
Well, I'm gonna look for the results on Zwift Power.
Yeah.
And see, because that's one thing that always gets you in the tiny races as well. Is sometimes you'll have someone who joins not familiar with the format, and it you know, they're able to push because they didn't have to do the first X number of races, and it can really throw a monkey wrench into the race, you know, overall, because you don't want to get beat regardless, even if you know that they're going to be disqualified.
True.
So I don't see Erickson in the results for previous races.
Okay, so he joined as a one-off. So either he's on fresh legs, I mean, which is fine, right? Like he won't win, but it's a fine thing to do.
Absolutely.
But he's on fresh legs, whereas everybody else is on. You know.
Absolutely, and it could very well be that because he's A, right? It could very well be that everybody is letting him go off. I say letting him go off front, but not providing as much chase because they're aware. You know.
Yeah. If they didn't see him in the other 2 races, then they don't.
Yeah.
They don't have any reason to, and it's still a good effort for him. I mean, it's still hard to stay in front of riders like that.
Oh, it does.
So this is the back main group. This is the last of the main groups that we see. There's onesie twosies behind, but this is a big long line, and it looks like there's 12, and then another group right here. So
I mean,
it's good that everyone's together still.
I mean, there's no one here who's not pushing. I mean,
yeah,
you can't not push on this bridge. It's just kind of, it's the nature of it, and 2.5 minutes or more, 3 minutes at 3% in a race situation, it hurts.
That is for sure.
So
I'm going back up to the front. Here's Nils again, really pushing it over the cap, and he's going to benefit from this because he's entering the downhill.
Absolutely.
So I expect he's going to go right through.
Reconnect, enjoy the draft for a little bit, and slingshot, you know, up towards the front. He'll be up there with, I'll be catching in with Ben and Todd.
Yeah. And you see this front group is 18 riders, and I don't see any C jerseys in here.
No, I don't either.
Yep. So this is your A and B leaders, and you see Nils just went. Oh, he actually just literally went through all.
Yep.
So he is. Maybe you should go for it, Nils.
Ooh, super tuck for a second. Yeah, I mean, at this point, he's forcing someone else to pull him back, to close the gaps, you know, and every little bit of energy that people have to expend is important, especially, you know, coming through something like that, enjoying the draft for a little bit. You know, it tactically, it's smart. You don't want to stop just as soon as you get to the group. You need to, you know, kind of like in the ladder leagues, it's all about you know, making others work as well.
Yeah. Oh, I love ladder. I love lamp. Okay, so here's Matt Blitz. Looks like he's the front of the C group. I don't remember seeing Blitz in the other ones either, so he might be a one-off too, or maybe he just wasn't out front. And he's surrounded by B riders. Here's one of those Rocacorba riders.
Did everybody over there ride outside this morning before this?
Yes.
Oh.
All of them rode 80K before the racing. So talk about softening your legs up.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, just to be hanging on, I would have needed a nap.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would have needed a nap. Yeah, I'm not surprised to see, A's and B's mixed together as well as, B's and C's.
Here's a D rider. It's going to be this one, Zanstra. So that might be your front D rider.
And pushing, 4 watts per kilogram might not be a D rider for long.
Yeah.
This is almost long enough a race to actually well, especially with that climb, to boost someone into the next pace group based on that Z map, because I believe Zwift usually calculates that off your 4 to 6 minute power. So with that climb and trying to stay on a group.
So this is not the last climb, because the race does end on a gentle climb. Mm-hmm. This is the last climb. And this looks like almost 1.5 kilometers.
And we've
got these riders.
Someone looking to get off the front, it seems.
That's Maine. He was off the front in the first 2, so he's one of those that could actually make it stick.
Absolutely. Just a very, very strong rider, but I wouldn't discount a lot of folks in that field.
Yeah. Because especially Ben, look at his biceps.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the Scotty hanging out of the back, that's worth a couple watts. Absolutely.
I did have to ask, somebody asked me to check with Zwift whether Scotty is additional drag. I did confirm that Scotty does not add to your drag.
I actually thought about that for one of the TTs. I couldn't bring myself to actually ask, but yeah, I had considered that, or, the hair as well.
Yeah, the fro, is that going to add to it?
Yeah.
That's a big question.
You never know. Because I've wondered, because you'll see riders, go from seated to standing and all of that on, throughout a climb or even going into the sprint. I'm not sure whether or not Zwift changes the drag calculation, if you're seated or standing.
I don't think they do, because it doesn't know, because then it would be like whether you're intentionally doing it, and the standing is just if you're under 65 RPM. So it would be, I think it would not be right for them to add to your drag if they don't know if you're standing. Like maybe you're just grinding your gears.
Right. A lot of new PRs.
Yeah, I think a lot of people haven't raced this course yet. So
yeah, that's always disappointing when you go to your Strava or you see something show up and it's like, oh, new PR. And it's like, this is my first time.
Yeah.
or it's my second time. And the first time was
when you're fan doing somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah, or doing zone 2.
Yeah.
All right. So it looks like here we've got, 2 riders looking to catch up to Maine, putting in a really solid effort, and they've got separation on the pack behind them. So this is going to be really interesting to see if they can make that catch. And if if the three of them, do end up grouped together, whether or not they can work to stay away.
They're increasing their lead on that second group as well. But it doesn't look like they're bringing down the gap to Maine. So Maine's probably looking at what they're doing and
just trying to match.
Yeah.
Maybe do a little bit more. Absolutely.
And now up to 15 seconds. So that's likely to stick. I mean, they're into their last kilometer and a half. That would be a big catch for the group behind.
Oh, that'd be a huge effort. That'd be an absolutely huge effort. And, there is a lot to say, though, about the dynamics of the peloton, though. I've seen, the group reel people in with a 8-second lead over the last kilometer.
But they don't have a downhill.
That's true. That's true.
I think that Maine has it.
I think you're right. And increasing the gap as well. I mean, building it out, it was as low as 6. And they've got it up to 9. And actually, the two riders working together have actually built out a 20-second gap up from like 14. So that's really impressive on a short course, especially working against the peloton.
I do think that this group has a lot of Bs in it who probably aren't motivated to help close that gap because they know they're not racing against these riders. So.
Absolutely.
That would be my guess anyway.
What we might see is actually a B try to take off at this point, to get their own little bit of separation. Unfortunately, riding with a bunch of A's, that is a disadvantage with the mixed pens. Is the A's may inadvertently close that gap, for the other B riders in the group. So that actually makes it harder, on the B pace group to try and get away.
Oh yeah. I figured we'll watch these guys finish and then we'll go back. They are closing a lot to Maine. I wonder if Maine is just done but he's at 6.8 watts a kilo. So I don't think they're going to get him. It's only 250 meters from here, but still Maine wanted to make it a fight. Really.
Absolutely. I mean, this is incredible,
good.
Actually.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is a good fight. Oh, it's
there we go. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. And
all right, Todd.
Let's see.
Now, we're a little biased towards the coalition riders in here, but all right.
Absolutely.
Come on, Ben.
Here we go.
You've got one at the line. Nice. All right, here's Todd.
It is so hard to muster a sprint at the end of a draggy climb like that. I mean, everybody that's laying down watts like that. I mean, wow.
Yeah, he just blew past us. Just blew past my husband. How dare you?
But yeah, I mean, there's just so much
tough
work.
Finish.
It is, and it's as soon as you fall out of the draft, it just becomes that much harder.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Oh, and Nils just pipped him. So this is the first C rider. You see Nils taking off in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if it was the bike.
Bike choice in this, wheel choice will actually make a big difference. Potentially, depending on your strengths. I mean, there's so much in the Zwift environment that's controlled. You don't really have to worry about wind. You don't, a lot of those things. So, it's kind of like the power ups. You can really play to your particular strengths.
I love the power ups. I love the gamification. I'm all about it.
Me too. I would love to have one of those power ups outdoors. Just as you see, the front group riding away, and you're just like, oh, if I could only hit that draft van, or you get
just
to
1 minute.
Exactly. You get to the big climb and it's like, I really just need like 20 seconds. Where's my feather?
Yep.
You know,
Agreed.
no,
We can
this is
petition.
absolutely. I mean, this is a great series. I mean, everybody who's raced in this, it's, you know, at this point, just such tired legs. And honestly, it's, you know, for those who are racing in C and D, it may, you know, it's like, okay, yeah, they're putting out less raw watts potentially, but they're resting less in between and they're racing for longer. So
Yeah.
it's, you know, they're getting less recovery between each round of the three.
Yeah. I like to ride to see racers at the back because it's not just a pure power play. Like that's what people complain about watching like Vanderpool and Tadek, because it's like they're just riding away from everybody. It's like, bye, see you in 4 years. But
exactly.
When you have to use something other than pure watts, I find it fascinating. All right. So you see, woo.
Yeah. Everybody who's got the ability at the end to sprint, I mean, that's just awesome.
Oh, way to pip him. Good job. He gets a power up. I always say power up instead of ride on. I don't know why.
Super Mario days.
Yeah.
What I'll really be curious to see is at the end when we look at Zwift power and all of that and all the points are tallied and all of that is the different strategies that played out. Based on the points, because again, finishing, I will say 50th, you can Wile E. Coyote. You can easily improve your position in the overall if you're consistent as opposed to blowing up.
Yeah. And I do wonder that if everybody in this race knows that there were jerseys on the line, like real life jerseys.
Yeah. I mean, it's awesome when you combine the, kind of like riding together in, at the camp or, having like real life prizes. It's fun when real world and Zwift kind of meets.
Absolutely.
Or like when Coalition does meetups or something like that in the real world. And you can actually put a person to, to the avatar, so to speak. It's really cool in that sense.
I think I've now done 2 different big groups of Coalition riders together. And I did Zwift Community Live last year in Mallorca. Oh, wow. I loved it. I was like, this is fascinating. It leads to friendships. Like I knew Carla before I went to Mallorca, for instance. She's on Aeonian. So like we don't race together, but we did the Femme Cycle collab. And then we got to hang out. We got to drink beers. We got to like go for tapas. And it was awesome. It was, and now we're friends, I would say. Like friends. So
and it's kind of like having your your local racing team. And the cool part is that they're distributed all over the globe.
Absolutely.
So when you get the chance to get together, it's worthwhile. I think. I
absolutely
yet made it, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna try to do a Coalition one. I'm gonna try to help organize one. So
absolutely,
because I think it's great.
Yeah, there was one around Michigan. Timing didn't work out, but people are everywhere.
People, that sounds so ominous. People are everywhere.
They are. That's why I'm in my basement.
But also, like, I often don't go outside because riding alone is hard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I like being able to talk to people. So.
Absolutely. And honestly, there's a lot of cars on the road and you just don't want to. I like to pay attention to the training aspect of it and then enjoy some rides outdoors. So
we can do an interview of a racer. So how'd it feel? Saw you dropped off there. the end.
Oh, thanks for being so supportive of me.
I was a little like, go Jeff, on the last climb.
Well, I know where it happened.
Okay. So how'd you feel? How'd you like the mini races?
I mean, I don't do mini races very often for a reason.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Oh, they're not terrible.
Very terrible.
How'd you like being in the family pull-up jersey?
That was pretty cool. Do I get to keep it?
No.
No? Doesn't pass on?
No. Sorry.
Okay.
It doesn't unlock. We need to do an unlock. But no, I can't give you the jersey. I can't give non-females the jersey because it would ruin the entire point of identifying as a racer female.
Absolutely.
But you can race it in certain series. So this is Lewis. Lewis is a racer on Coalition. He's a sprinter. And we are just coming to the end of our time. So
absolutely. Which was the best or the worst course?
I did okay.
Oh, you did great. Which course did you like the best?
I mean, I think slightly more rested. I would have liked the last one better, but
he's a New Yorker, so he was born and raised in New York, so that might be a little bias.
Right.
I mean, that would normally suit me better, but
you were just on tired legs.
I was on very tired legs after last week being a very big week and this week being a training week since I've been doing heat training. So my body is in need of rest.
That's fair. And also it was a third of 3 races. So you were on tired legs anyway.
Well, I mean, the first one suits me because it's a kind of power climb that I can do. But for 7 minutes, my normalized power was like 450 watts, maybe even higher, because it was after the rest that I noticed it was 440. So, and I average 4.6 watts a kilo. So that was tiring. I was pretty tired for the second one, but I just hung in there. And I'm not a sprinter, unlike Lewis. So I tried to jump the gun. And so I was 4th 2 times in a row. And then I was just pretty tired by the
4th is still quite
by the end.
4th is still great.
Well, last time. So 4th, 4th, 5th. But JK, I think, won. I don't know what his real name is because he was like second the first time and then in the top 3.
In the second?
In the third one.
Oh, in the third one. All right.
He was first or second in the first 2. And then he was in the top 3.
Not Maine? Because Maine finished first in the third. And
no, Maine was not in the top 5 in the first 2.
Oh.
I don't think.
Yeah. Anyway,
Todd did very well from Coalition. He was
always does really well.
Third in the first one and 5th in the second one, and then 4th.
We love Todd.
The last one.
Actually, do you know that my first words were "I love Todd"? Because my parents had a friend that babysat us all the time. His name was Todd.
So, oh, really?
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Jeff can't hear you because I'm wearing headphones to drown out the rest of my household's chaos. So, Lewis, I'm going to end the stream. Yep. Thank you so much for joining me, especially
Thanks for
last
having
minute.
me. Yeah,
that was great.
Absolutely.
And now that I have this set up and I figured out that it's not that bad, I'd love to do more commentating because it's fun and I think people like to see themselves. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So if you're interested, we'll have you back.
Absolutely. So, sounds good.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.